Is it behaving? Hello everybody, JaffaArchfiend here, and well, time for Endwalker's main scenario quest. Time to start on the story. 1 second as I get this set up on the phone so I can see the chat. Because I'm still working on a laptop, so I only have the one screen. So, there, it's me. Right. So, let's have a wee word with Alphino. The next ship to sail. Ooh, I love that image there. Horse chestnut weapon coffer. Alrighty. You have some time to talk. I would like to gather everyone in Dawn's Respite and together assess the situation in which we find ourselves. Alright, let's do that. Alright, is this going to be voice acted or... No voice acting. Okay. Let us take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. We have since learned that said structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telophoroi. The Telophoroi's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these towers of theirs been the cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. And unless we can find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Ooh, I like the music here. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem able to resist being tempered at least. Hello, that would be us. But after what happened to Arenvald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet, while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telophoroi, under the leadership of Fandaniel and one other delightful fellow, Xenos Ye Galvus, the Crown Prince and our dear friend. To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the... Thank you. That'll be handy. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession, but that has since changed, and in troubling ways. Aye. During our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. 'Twas an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appear to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events, too, were orchestrated by the Telophoroi. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly, before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Sharlyan, I am sure of it. Master Fortunal's comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The Forum knows more than it is letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from Mistress Kryl. She said arrangements for your visit have been finalized. You're to head to Limsa Lominsa and board the next ship bound for Sharlyan. And on arrival, present yourselves as associates of the students of Baldessian, come to assist with the Order's restoration. I mean, we are associates of the students of Baldessian, so it's not a complete lie. The arrangements may be subtle, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I am eager to see it, of course. Of course. Ahem. We should set off at once. Let's do this. Hi there, Kawarif. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. Aww, Tataru. You are the hardest working Lalafell. Alright. Teleport to Limsa Lominsa. Loading, loading, loading. Of course it's loading this lawn. It's Limsa. Lord. A more potent hive of scum and villainy you will never find. Alright, Arcanist Guild would be the closest teleport there. I do like the new inner city Ethernet map layout. That's nice. It's a nice little system there for that. Nice little quality of life update. Alright, let's have a chat with everyone before we dive in. Justinian. Sea travel can be tedious, but I don't mind it. It's a rare experience for most Scardians. Rahatia. Never thought the day would come when I'd be sailing home again. It always seems so very far away. I shudder to think what manner of truth awaiteth us beyond the indigo deep. Still more do I dread the prospect of discussions long overdue. Contrary to what you may think, this would be like going home for me as well. I may have learned how to survive in Limsa Lamissa. It was in Sharlyan where I was taught, quite relentlessly I might add, the skills to properly live. Though part of me looks forward to returning home, I've not forgotten that my father stripped us of the privileges of our family name. I hope it doesn't cause trouble with the officials upon our arrival. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having a word with your dad about that. What a grim reason to bring you to Sharlyan. Not much to be done about it, I suppose, but I'd like to give you the grand tour under happier circumstances. Maybe once this is all done. I might have lived in Master Matoya's cave for a good part of my life, but even for me the thought of returning to Sharlyan is quite exciting. I can hardly imagine how it is for the others who lived most of their lives there. Alright, Tataru. Everyone's here, which is good, because I've already paid for your passage, and the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Sharlyan should be pulling into port soon, so please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Oh, there's a long loading bar there. Oh, a triple sail. Sounds like it's gonna be a voice acted bit.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Trying to find a bit.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
Oh yeah, that's always handy.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse, scant moments after he made landfall on this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Oh yeah, of your friend try to nick your grandpa's wallet.
Will this be your first visit to Sharlyan, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
Oh, Alphino.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
I love the banter between those two. Oh.
Are you alright, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Give her a hug.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland.
Oh, you want to come along too?
It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes
Oh.
of an army hellbent on destroying the world.
Ah, yes, that.
And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
I'll bring them back safe and sound. I promise.
I'll hold you to that.
And she means it. And she'll pay us back with interest if we don't pay up.
You're still here.
Oh. You lot.
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
Don't die.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye. We, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
Good man. We'll hold you to that.
We set the sail! All aboard for Sharlyan!
Alright, time to get on board.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
I mean, I'd rather contact her as soon as we get there, you know, make sure she knows we got there safe and sound.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
We'll do our best, but, you know us. Trouble finds us no matter where we go.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown.
Oh god, I'm a Selk.
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end.
Oh, that's not ominous at all.
Treasure every moment, every step of your descent. And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Okay, that's the ominous part. Oh boy. Loading, loading, loading. No, we are loading. Loading, loading, loading. Do not. Come on. You can do it, little load bar. Oh, that can't be good. That can't be good.
Here.
Oh boy.
Feel. Think.
For reference point, this version of this song played at the end of 1.0 when, you know, Dalamud fell from the sky to create the calamity, which,
The day
you
has
know...
barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt. Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Sharlyan should be coming into view at any moment.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, look at those two babies sleeping so soundly. It's like, the vibes I'm getting from this damn tune. Hello! That explains why we're hearing the tune. Now, because according to the game lore, the sun's answers and dragon song are sung by Hydaelyn.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Oh boy. This conversation.
Feel. Think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light.
Just looking at the eyes.
Guided by the crystal.
Yeah, I can trust your words no longer. I mean, we know you're a primal. So, are we tempered, or...?
You have visited the first. You have every right to say that. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am. What Hydaelyn has always been. A primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world. And I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own
Piano.
diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine.
Oh, that can't be good. That cannot be good.
Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
And what promise would that be?
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlian's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land.
Well,
We shall meet again, and soon.
as comforting as that is also somewhat ominous. Oh boy. Rise and shine, sleepyheads.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
No, I was just having a chat with, you know, God.
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Oh,
Ah, the sleepers have arisen.
there's the tune.
There she is. Good old Sharlyan.
Oh, I see it.
Ah, oh, that looks quite gorgeous from this distance. Of course, with the kind of semi-obvious load
Home.
barrier.
Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you? Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian say. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side. I prithee.
Oh. Yeah, you ain't alone in this. You don't get to be alone in this. We're with you to the bitter end, kiddo.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
If it means I get to deck your father in the face.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlyan proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Here's hoping. And there's the moon right there. Endwalker. Let's get this show started.
Sharlyan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands.
What was once known as, well, what is known as Idleshire.
How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Oh, I can hear the derision in his voice.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
This should be entertaining. Paperwork.
Hasn't Charli in orbit severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
Yeah. Hello.
It is true that, as a nation, Sharlyan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge.
Yeah, that's practicality though,
If one
Yashola.
submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May. Being the operative word here. Yeah, Estinian's picked up on that one as well.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed.
Yep. What's the script?
The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlyan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions.
Gotcha. No mention of Scions.
Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
Yep. So as they don't place any truth spells on us, we'll be fine.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Oh.
Of course. The immigration offices were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Yes, the adventures of high fantasy. Immigration paperwork. Oh, lordy. Oh, lordy. I feel like I'm going through the TSA.
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Oh.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola rule.
Orionje Orevelt and Thancred Waters.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
Oh. Sort of like a magical census, as it were.
I confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Ah, yeah. This could be the entertaining part.
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alize Leveilleur.
Oh, Fortuno, don't you dare have stricken them from the census.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that,
Oh.
the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny.
Yeah.
And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation.
Oh.
Times are quite troubled enough already.
We shall keep that in mind.
That was the most politest.
These are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
That was the most polite fuck you I've ever heard.
Name and occupation?
JaffaArchfiend, artisan, adventurer by trade. Well, I mean, I suppose I am an artisan. I'm not going to go champion over yours, yeah. I'm going to go adventurer by trade.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea. And it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter.
Wow, the snubbing there.
And you, sir?
Estinian Valino.
Oh!
Formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
We get his last name. Valino.
Formerly, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Estinian.
If you'll allow me.
Oh, Kryl, thank gods. Your timing is perfect.
My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
Oh, screw you.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Oh, thank you, Webhead.
Kryl, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you all seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
Please do. I may have to review that cinematic just to see what the artisan choices in Champion of Eorzea comes up with.
Welcome, friends, to Sharlyan.
Hell of a welcome so far.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
So taciturn. Oh. Alrighty. Now that we're done with the TSA, have a chat. I'm unaccustomed to fabricating lies on demand. Or should it matter how I earn my living? Here we are at last, the great city of Sharlyan. May have known some similarities with Crystarium, yes. In fact, Oh, but we should really let Kryl have her say first. We'll continue this conversation at another time. You basically tried to remake the Sharlyan in the Crystarium, didn't you? You're doubtless eager to take in the sights. Not to worry, the city is not like to vanish before we finish our discussion. Even following the years I spent on the first past here in the blink of an eye, the city feels untouched by time. Allow me to extend unto thee my warmest welcome. May the wisdom of my homeland aid us in our endeavors. I'm fine, honestly. Better to have waved through with a stern warning than be denied entry, after all. That was about as awkward as expected. Still, we're here now, and that's all that matters. Alright, Cryle. Glad spotted your ship coming to port. The officers are born bureaucrats and sticklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment to get your land legs back. I don't think we've got voice acting for this next bit, I don't think, but we'll find out in a tick. Nope, no voice acting, so turn off the auto thing. I had thought to launch directly into an explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Jaffa and Estinian's first time in Sharlyan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. Excuse me. You must have places you wish to visit, and people you're dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so you may all have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once you've settled in, we can reconvene at the Baldessian Annex. How does that sound? Sounds good, since we're here as associates of the students of Baldessian. Just a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the level of your estate as such, but I should like to nose around at the neighbourhood all the same. I am equally untethered, as it were. There's no particular place I might kin call home. Still, I would not pass up the opportunity to reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old haunts might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there and on. Yes, we'll see you there. I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By thy leave. What have you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. But I could... Oh... Well, Raha, would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be a perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course, if you'll have me. Come, Sharlyan awaits. Cryle? Oh dear, his enthusiasm is infectious, isn't it? After you, my friend. I'm more than content to follow your lead. Rahatia is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. Oh! All set, let's be on our way. Amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbour. Cryle is now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the last stand and speak with Cryle at this designated location. While you're accompanying, you may encounter conversation points along the way which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Yay! Attune myself to an Ethernet. Oh, there's a conversation point here. Place called the Peristyle, and is first stop for cargo unloaded at the docks. Find the usual necessities for daily living. Blah, 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 blah. Quantities of books, specimens, and samples. That might be a while. Great statue of Thaliak. Portrait on the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features. That's a really big statue of the guy. Oh. Thingamajig here. Whoa, okay. I thought my screen had gone black there for a second. I was like, oh no, it's just a post. Here we are, the last stand. Our research into nutrition and food progression is quite extensive. The average Charli intends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. Yeah. The Archon loaf definitely springs to mind. Food is bland. Dietary value first and a taste a distant second. They have a burger. You are a typical Charli when it came to cheap and convenient Raha. Surely Tataru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. Up the stairs. One etherite, a tuning, and make it the home one. Set home point. Yeah. Would the Reapers stop leaving their portals? It's definitely a weird-ass shape for an etherite, I will admit. Aha! Here's where the market boards are. Talkie point. Bookstalls! Oh, I need to get one for my own place. Only a moment. Oh, Raha, I feel you, buddy. I feel you. Oh, I could get lost in that kind of open bookstore for a while. But no time for shenanigans. The Agora. Prototypes. Oh, okay. Am I overselling it? Well, we can get one of our retainers to be here if we so desired. Oh yeah, that's a bit of an imposing building there. Archon's design. Fair enough. Okay. Bring the baby up. Yes, bring the baby out. Alright, Cookie. Discuss the water features. These are very fancy water features. The Nifeum. Hello, baby. Come on, baby. Up you come. Hello, baby. Who's a good doggy? Aria, come here. All right. This grand structure before you is the Rostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, but which a forum. It is quite lovely. Yeah, he made the Crystarium in Sharlian's image. Fittingly named Journey's End. First things first, I'm grabbing some Ethernet shard. Oh, I could wander around this place for ages. I don't think I've tuned to the Baldessian NX one just yet, but we'll probably get there as the story goes. Here's end. The Levier estate is en route. Any chatting? No. You're an astrologian. I can tell by the garb. You say that, I'm grabbing the Ethernet shard first. Cute kid. Why is it I could see this being a housing district? Oh god, that's probably the next one people are going to be asking for, isn't it? Let's get Ishgard out of the way in 6.1. Then we can see about doing a Sharlyan one. So a lot of the main schools, they're also, of course, private schools. Good lord. Some things never change, no matter what the world. I'm loving the music. It's just... oh. Might have a chat with him later. Okay, first things first. Oh, take a look at your glamour. Very nice. And here we are, at the Badassian Annex. Do you know the hill? You arrive on the doorstep of Phenomenon. I think we've explored enough for one day. So this is going to be our home base for a while, I think, then. I'm back, and I brought Jaffa and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Raha. It's nice to see you again. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika? Ojika Sunijika. It has been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika Sunijika, Administration Officer for the students of Badassian. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. You may recall meeting his cousin Ejika. Ah yes, Eureka. I've read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what's become of the Isle. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. The place is a second home to the students. The Isle of Isle served as our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Sharlyan. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conferences, or procure supplies from distant shores. And the Annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engaged in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters along the Isle itself vanished, the Annex has served as our base of operations. Yet it feels so empty. With so many lost to us, our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we see the students rise again. First, we must ensure that Telophoroi fall. Sounds like a plan. Through that door on the left, there is the main hall where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone arrives, that is. You probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. I've had private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Ah, the nap rooms. Perfect for an afternoon doze. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so than cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. 'Twas simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we'd slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus it became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps may last well into the following morning. Sounds about right. Well, let us avail ourselves of the nap room. Oh, wow. So I think this counts as our Inroom. Let's see what the Androns, let's see what our nap room's like. Oh, wow. Okay, this I've got to take a look through here. Okay, so we've got our summoning bell there, in the usual spot. Oh. Oh my god, is this a cooking station? No. Okay, this is definitely a wash station, but good lordy. Towel rack. Notes plastered all over the place. Crystal bell for if you want to change your hairstyle, etc. Wardrobe cupboards. Four seats and a table there. Toy chest thing. Crystals. Chalkboard with sticky notes plastered to it. Notes. Good lord. More crystal heiners, or is that a weighing system? No, they're not connected, so it'll just be those crystal heiners. Oh god. Ah! Oh, I'm loving this. Oh, God. I know I'm going to probably win 6.1 try and get a house in Ishgard. However, if they open up a housing district in Sharlyan, yes. Oh, lordy. Of course, Wheat Table Orchestrion. More chalkboards and sticky notes. Ooh. A picture of a behemoth. Very nice. Held together by tape. Oh, lordy. Books, 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 books. Books, 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 books. Ah. Yeah, and then a journey with a wee seat. A wee comfy feather bed. Is that a picture of Ifrit? Ifrit. Oh, hold on. What's the sign there? Something, something, something. I can't quite make it up, but it's definitely a poster of Ifrit. Held on with thumbtacks. I love the columns. Oh, and the little pattern work there. Oh, oh, I am loving this place. Oh, and the little patterns on the floor as well, and the carpet. Oh my god. Glamour dresser. Notes, 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 notes. Ah! And a ladder that goes nowhere. Oh wait, no, it does go somewhere. It's, oh my god. Supplies, crates, 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 an astrolabe, more crystals. Oh god. We have what we got in the back up there? Crates, a globe, more books. Oh my god. Oh, oh lordy. I love this. Oh. Can I just spend the entire game in this room? Oh, I love this, I love this, I love this, I love this, I love this. Oh, lordy. Oh, goody, a mender. Do I need any of my gear shift fixed? I need my gear fixed, good. Alright, let's get my gear fixed. That's the, what have you got on there? Shadowless Code of Aiming. Okay, why does it look, it looks better on Bunny Boy than it, I suppose it looks alright on an Aura. It's like, lordy. Right, Araha? Do you have papers pasted on the walls of your room? It is not unusual for occupants to pin up notes or documents and such and then forget to take them away. They went on their merry way. You might see complaints registered to other members or a thank you card for the engrossing literature someone left behind. Beloved traditions. Oh. This place is definitely a student's room. That was definitely a student's room. It's like, oh my god. Ah! Oh, lordy. Okay, what we got here? What we got here? Okay. So, that's a poster of Garuda. More notes, more sticky notes. Little tiny lamp. I think I can make that. A map of some floating islands? Okay. A map of Eorzea. Constellations. More sticky notes. Airship designs. More books, more sticky notes, more crates. Ah. I'm just waiting to see if there's any sticky notes up there type of deal. And here we have a great big sodding map of the world. So here's us up in Sharlyan. Elsabard, where Limsa Lominsa is. Ishgard up here with the Dravanian hinterlands. Gridania there. Alamigo there. Ulda and Thanalan down there. North Shroud there. So Garlemald up here. We've got this great big foggy undiscovered bit here. With Ilsabard. Floating islands up there. Razathan down here. Dalmasca, where the Orborn Monastery raids are. The Broom, which is a completely etherless region after a primal went all hooey there. Doma and Othard. Kugane and more of the Doma continent there. Yep. Oh, lordy. And of course, we still have That's not even the complete map of this entire world either. Because there's no sign of the continent of Mericidia on here, where the dragons, etc. initially came from for the whole war, along with the Makote. That whole thing should be, like, there-ish. Got a wee stepladder here. What is that? Oh, I think that's from, yeah, that's from, that's not the Crystal Tower, no, but that's from the, Dravanian hinterlands with the old Dravanian structures. Okay, that looks like some, Allagan shenanigans there. An airship of some design. Background there. It looks like some kind of thing there. Oh, more Allagan shenanigans. Dalamud stuff. So much. Oh, this looks like the Mughal mythos about how they descended from the skies down to the ground during the Great War and all kind of stuff. It's like, so pretty. Right, main scenario. Stick to the story. Stick back to the story. Feeling refreshed and alert? Our colleagues should be wandering in soon, so I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join us. I am loving this. Now, are we going to have voice acting, or is this going to be text?
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
It's alright, Urianger.
It's fine, Urianger. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we? Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroid's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlyan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlyan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it.
Until it lands on your shores and you're screwed.
At the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
That is definitely sus.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, it simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian.
Oh?
Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlyan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair.
Ooh.
Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal.
Oh, that's not good.
In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. It is possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
Well then, let's go have a chat in
They do, in
Radzat-Han.
fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Ah, right. Hello. That'll be us.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice.
Well, I just got here to Buckletopia.
But
Oh.
the investigation in Sharlyan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnarian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Yeah. Dividing time again.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision.
Oh, great.
Let us
Leave it
next
to me.
decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlyan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Okay, we've got Kryle and
Allow
Y'shtola.
me to offer my assistance.
And Raha.
I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Of course, the more the merrier.
Okay, so we've got them here, which means Urianger and
Right.
Thancred
The
and
rest of us will make the
Stinian.
journey to Thavnair.
Yep.
Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
Oh, that's good.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Alright.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request.
We've got ourselves a tank, a healer, and a DPS.
Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
So this is sort of like in Shadowbringers where we had the split off between going either doing Alphano first or Alize first. Oh. I'm already here in Bookland, so I'm going to do the book stuff first. If it gives me the option to, I'm going to do Sharlyan stuff first. Old Sharlyan, new to you. Alrighty. Still don't understand if it could be unanimous. Possibly convince them all to turn their backs on Eorzea. Alright. Hitting the books. Unsettling change has come over Sharlyan, but together we'll divine the underlying cause for the form's callousness. Questioning councillors directly is a fruitless endeavour. They seem to have come to a consensus as to what and how little they are willing to divulge. I have the band of willing reinforcements. Alright, it's study time. Time for research. I will grab the quest, though, to hit off there. The Confluence. Okay. Orion J. Oh boy. I'm sensing issues. Is there a thing we should know about? That will recall the hunt for Iceheart, onto whose sanctuary was delivered. Oh, Munbrida used to work at the Confluence, didn't she? Oh dear. Both. Oh god, Munbrida's parents are researchers at the Confluence. Oh no. Aha! Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh boy. Oh, poor Orion J. Alright. I'm gonna hit the books first. Since I'm already here. Which one have I not grabbed? I haven't grabbed the Studium yet. I can't mount up here? Good lord. Oh, there's a few quests. The Hunt for Specimens, Scholarly Perspective, Awaiting Love, Doll Dash. It's in the books. I'm gonna focus on the main scenario quest first, actually. Grab the Aetherite here, so I can then, you know, have full access to the entire Ethernet of Old Sharlyan. But it is weird I can't mount up here. Then again, I can't mount up in Crystarium, etc. either, so I suppose I can't tracks. Oh, no bonuses for attuning to old Etherets. Okay. Alright. Let's get researching through the books, shall we? This building is actually only an entrance. Ah! As a non-citizen, you're only permitted to browse the first floor here at the entrance. Right. Let's get studying. Oh my glob. Ah. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry, I have to look here. Ah! Oh, lordy! Where's the Ark of the Covenant? Ah! Brightly colored book. The Story of Sharlyan. Okay. Long, long ago, on an island in the Northern Sea, there lived a Rogadian man by the name of Nuenkreph. Nuenkreph was a student of astrology, and he divined that a flood of terrifying proportions would soon sweep over the lands of Eorzea. He built a gigantic ship, assembled a crew, and set sail for the imperiled realm. Flood arrived as foretold, and to their horror, the strangely churning waters drove the people toward the ocean. Their crew hauled him aboard his ark, and the danger had not passed, threatening to smash the vessel to pieces. Shifted the entire ship to safety atop Abeletha Spine, which we have seen in our flights through Stormblood content. Not long before disputes over the dwindling supply of food led to violence and bloodshed. On relevant subjects. Good lord, there's a lot of books in here. Red covered book. Roads of Old the Colony. Okay. Okay, so relevant subjects will fill up with the thing that are actually relevant. It's like, oh my god. Ooh, leather-bound tome. The voice of a growing city. Here we go. Years which followed the founding of Sharlyan, civic policy and other matters of import were decided at Ecclesia. This one became increasingly impractical. Year 201 of the 6th Astral Era. Okay. Blue covered book. An Introduction to the Heavens. This seems like an astrology book. Yes, definitely on. That's more about the expanding universe scenario. Well-worn manual. Forever 20 summers. Have you ever put your learning before your health and neglected to feed and rest? Oh god. It's a mindful living book. Okay, so even those are here in Sharlyan. Okay. Time-worn tome. Stewards of Wisdom. Here we go. This seems more relevant. During the chaos of the 6th Umbral Calamity, Archon Emperor, founder of Sharlyan, blah blah blah, he instructed his people thus: renounce the ways of war and pursue enlightenment through knowledge and reason. Oh, I can still read more books. Is there any more books I can read? There's a reference page, mammoth. Oh, good lord, it's broken. We apologize for the inconvenience, but the reference desk is currently experiencing an unusually high volume of requests. Please stand by until this issue is resolved. Oh, buddy! I think it's basically a state of the, well, login issues as well. If a tome exists, it's definitely in here somewhere. Yeah. Can I jump? Nope. Oh. Nope, I can't jump. I can't go over the edge. was like, good lordy. I can't see the bottom. That is just insane. Would you Reaper stop teleporting all over the place? Thank you. It's very distracting. What does it take to become a member of the Sharlayan society then? Because I want to access the rest of this place. It's like, a giant-ass library and I can't access 99% of the books here. Well, 99.99999% of the books if the size of the place is any indication. Sorry, were you waiting long? If they're even that. Through as quickly as we dare and share our discoveries as we make them. Oh. I was quite fond of reading outside. It's not about the little pleasures, is it? You miss your home. After arrival, we managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. Dear father has instructed the staff that even if Alphino and I were to return to Sharlayan, we were not to be allowed to cross the threshold. Seriously? Wow! I want to deck this guy in the face even more now! Raised in Sharlayan, but born rather further away. Southern reaches of Ilsabard, in fact. My people have dwelt in Corvos, the coastal region opposite the island of Thavnair. Fair dues. Renamed the region Locus Amonois. Fun. Nobles of House Darnus. Wait, where have I heard that name before? Yeah, I think that was the guy who did the, wait, double checking that one. Darnus. Ah, the White Raven. That family. Who helmed the Meteor Project. Right. Now I remember. Oh. Aside from the trifling matter of an impending doom. Can I not join in the reading? I want to read as well. I couldn't read these books. Flying carpets in Corvosi. Okay, that's something to look into. I want to read into the books. Just like, come on, give me the books. Give me them books. We've returned with our selections. Mistress Kryl has already flicked through every history book devoted to disasters, and more than a few which barely made mention of them. Research papers on the Umbral calamities, articles written by prominent forum members. Might ask you a few questions related to the final days. I'm the only one here who didn't witness the events of Amarot firsthand. Yeah, fair dues. Ask away. kind of phenomena did he encounter? A complete destabilization of creation magics. The ancients themselves causing their powers of creation spiral of control. Fear and despair manifest in terrible, tangible fashion. Keening sound from the land itself. They summoned Zodiarch. I want to read the research papers. And our last member of the research party. One or two possibly useful books. I won't get your hopes up. Learned of the source's reflections from the Garun oracles. For its potential to cause panic and confusion, that tome was deemed apocrypha and sealed away in the Great Google Library. It's even less likely that knowledge of the unsundered world, not to mention the horrors of the final days. Fair enough. What aren't they telling us? Why am I backing up? I want to read! Why is my character just going, at the notion of helping out with the research reading? Come on! I'd understand if it was my other character, but this was like, you labor for what feels like an age as you stole as research assistant. I would be perfectly fine with that. She's got a headache. Where's Alphino? There he is. Ready for a tea break? Ooh, we get to visit the last stand. just going to untrack Thavnir Bound. And retrack it when we get time to. Scholar's Harbour is the closest teleport point. Though I do wonder what this blue quest is that's up here. Okay. Levies of Old Sharlyan. Okay, so that's the thing to unlock the crafting stuff here. Okay, what is your little plus quest here? What's going on here with this one? The hunt for specimens. This looks like that looks like a thing to unlock the hunt here. So I'll probably do that later on. Probably do that later. For now, I'm not interested in doing the hunt. For a reference point, the hunt is, you know where you've been in like the initial zones and you suddenly bump to a level 50 monster in a level 12 zone, etc. And other stuff like that? Yeah. Those are marks, which are sort of the equivalent of rare elite mobs in World of Warcraft, if you're more familiar with that terminology. So when you see a hunt train going on, it's basically everyone gathering up to go boom, 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 boom with all the hunts. Which is why no one really goes after a hunt by themselves. Or if they see a mark, they kind of announce to everyone else, this such and such a thing is here. And everyone kind of swarms towards it, type of thing. And they let everyone else know, they kind of wait around for a bit, and then once enough people have gathered up, they go after it. No one goes after them solo. It's a very different mindset in terms of going after these things than in World of Warcraft. Let's get chatting. Oh. Yeah, I don't think this is going to go well. Looks like they want to help, but can't because they don't want to risk their job. Oh boy. Fortuno, we owe you a decking. Well, at least one kind face. It is House Levier. Aye. Let's do this. Okay. Oh god, I need to pay attention. Cooking mama time. Tea set is for the chatty group by the water's edge. Omelette, Highlander by the name of Gisela. And Mikote ordered the oven-baked lobster. Gotcha. Tea set for the lot by the water. Lobster. Okay. So. Tea set. They know not off. They know nothing. Right, you order the omelette. Telophoroi, the latest cassette. Nope, not much luck there. At least they've heard of them. Oof. A gleaner? Collectors of sorts travel the world procuring things we haven't got here in Sharlyan, prices books, unusual live specimens, and so forth. Ah, something useful at least. It would make sense. Yeah, the form's done of. Hey, we got a cup of coffee. Is going to be voiced?
When our
Charli's.
father disowned us, I couldn't believe what I was hearing. It wasn't until much later that his words began to sink in that I began to feel the weight of what it meant. Do you remember when the decision was made to come to Sharlyan? Grahas said that the Forum was determined to keep us in the dark, and that Father's venomous performance was part of that strategy, to keep us at arm's length. Perhaps it was. Father argued with Grandfather on many occasions, but never with such dismissive contempt. And when he demanded what justifies the sacrifices we make in war, I honestly didn't know what to say. Neither did Alpha know, I know, but never for one moment did I believe we had made the wrong choice. So all I could do was fume silently. It was only afterwards that I realized how childish I had been. How being stubborn and self-righteous must run in the family. If I could have just mustered a civil response, then things might have turned out differently.
Oh, the what-if train. Where are they taking all those boxes?
They must be ferrying goods to Labyrinthos.
What's a labyrinthos? Hello, non-native here.
A vast complex beneath the island.
Ah.
Sharlyan is famous for archiving knowledge from around the world. Well, that knowledge is not preserved exclusively in dusty tomes and desiccated samples. Our living library, comprised of all manner of flora and fauna, is housed and studied within that underground facility.
Huh. Kind of like a bunker.
Still, that did seem to be an unusually large shipment. When I lived here, it was rare to even see such cargo transported by boat. Wait! Didn't you hear something in the last stand about the gleaners coming and going more than usual?
Yep.
I think they're the ones we saw manning those boats. And gleaners answer to the Forum. If the appearance of the Telophoroi prompted this sudden burst of activity, then Labyrinthos may hold a clue as to what the Forum is planning.
Let's do it. Sounds like we're going bunker diving. First, we have to get into Labyrinthos. A labyrinthine descent. Master Newman will want his cups back. Fair dues. And take the teleport to the studium. I wonder if I'm going so far anyway. Oof. There's a lexicon on the first floor. I love how Yashila goes, my assistant returns. I need you to go fetch a book for me. Makes sense. We just take the requests directly from institutions and bureaucrats. Ultimately, the answer to the Forum. Mm-hmm. The Forum are trying to save their own oh god, they're trying to save the world by building their own version of the Ark from... Oh, lordy. What should we expect down there? Oh, I would hate to spoil the surprise. Oh, cheers! Alright. Let's head over to the Labyrinthos. pleasant here amongst the trees. But we really should move along. You're the one setting the pace, love. Now we run. Try to keep up. Keep to the path, straight ahead. We cross this bridge. Up here. The Rostra, not far now. There we are, through the store and down the stairs. Yep. Oh, hello, there's some more stuff. Just a quick peek. I know I'm supposed to be going down the stairs, but I just want to see if I can get in. Oh. So this is the vaunted forum. Alright. Focus now. Oh, there's a chocobo keep here. So this is where you've been hiding out, then. Onto the left and down we go. Right. Let's see what awaits us in Labyrinthos. I hope they don't mind if I accidentally kill a few of the specimens. Oh.
Deep beneath the scholar's city shines a false sun within a fabricated sky. In any age exist those who consider the floor an extension of their bookshelves, and this vault's architects surely belonged to that special breed. If the stack grows too high, start a new one. If no room remains, then make more rooms. A simple solution at first, and then bit by bit, a profound transformation. Knowledge, buried beneath knowledge, a growing, creeping labyrinth from which there is no escape.
Hold on, is that Allagan lines on there? That looks Allagany. Look at our face. To be fair, it's like there's
Not
a
what you
night.
expected. I must admit, the artifice is very convincing.
There's a night sky down
But I
here.
assure you that we are beneath Sharlyan itself. The breeze you feel, the flowing waters you hear, all created by the hand of man.
The island is volcanic, you see, and once upon a time this great hollow must have been a reservoir for magma. It was discovered some 400 years ago, at which point it was repurposed as a storage facility for scrolls and samples and such. Renovations have continued, with nigh or no interruption to this day, with the lower levels still undergoing expansion.
Oh,
Aren't those
God.
people gleaners?
Aye, judging by their dress. They are said to work alone as a rule, but 'twould seem that rule is being enthusiastically broken today. It may be as you suspected, that they are engaged in a task apart from the norm.
Let's spread out and get some answers then.
Let's do this. Kryl? You okay?
Did you call to me just now?
No.
No. How odd. I must be a bit dizzy from the descent. I'll be fine, I'm sure. Let's get to work, shall we?
No, 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 young lady. No, we're not. No, we are going to discuss this. Don't you run away from me. No, no, we are going to discuss this. Oh, for the love of... Upper Acrinthos, primary storage facility. Good lord. Alright then. Dobbin. Checking in with you, Kryl. Okay, the time in the game is about... It's utterly insane. Let's look at the map. Oh, there's a few teleport points to tune ourselves to in here. Good lord. What if someone mistakes the Kurthan carrots for the Girabanian carrots? Oh boy. Alright, Aaronville. To be fair, trying to shift a whole pile of stuff would probably be an exhausting operation. Good lord. You would think they would give people a heads up, but nope, obviously not. Alright, time to go marmot hunting. Specialist in a collection of live specimens. Naxian marmots. Grizzled mice, they call them. Find them and stuff them in the sack. Let's do it. Alright. Here, marmot, marmot, marmot. What the hell are you? A troll. That tracks. Oh, here we go. Get off my mouse. Don't you have a roadrunner to go hunt? Get back here, you little... Alright, where'd you go, you little muppet? There you are. I've got the brains now. Choco. Bring a little chocobo. Oh, hello. Alright, the Ethernet's in the collections box now, isn't it? Get your arse back here! Well, nice to know it works in this region as well. I need to go grabbing a Ethernet for this particular area. Right. Where are you, you bloody little moose? Must be up here. I swear, if this thing starts to simulate rain, I'm gonna be very impressed and concerned. Like, where are you getting the rainwater from? Use the sack on you. Ah! flying just yet. But, run away from you. You're definitely better at this than I am. Task you to capture it in the first place. Suitable for consumption and easy to breed. Huh. Who are you folk, anyway? Four days after the Telofroi made their declaration of the final days. Trial? No, 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 no. You are telling us, young lady. For whatever reason, no matter what speed is going on, the Fenrir mount, which you can get from the Mog Station or FFXIV store, is just that little couple of percentage faster. It's like you've got 100% moving speed, and then you've got this thing which is like at 100 or 100, which is at 101 or 102% faster. It's just that little bit faster. No one's quite sure how. There's a lot of quests in here. First things first, I tune myself to the Aetheryte. Good lord, there's a delivery Moogle here. Huh. Oh, Gemstone Trader! What have you got on offer, my good man? Nothing I wanted just now. That's not giving me the thing for this region. Probably after I do a couple of fates here, though. It'll probably appear. Have a word with the Chocobo Keep. Just focus on an MSQ. Let's have a chat with the custodian. You're clearly not gleaners then. Might ask your affiliation. Oh, really? Well, that is interesting. Hmm. After our restructuring operation is concluded. Students of Baldessian. Oh, screw you! The hoity-toity attitude here is really rubbing me wrong. Let's get to work. Oh? Why do I have a funny feeling you found yourselves a porksy? Fancy meeting you again, dude. Green feathers, and it goes caw. Alright. Time to get sniping. That's the one. That's a whack whack. Caw caw. Small green bird. Large. Clue. Gotcha!
Fair shot.
Ooh, voice acting.
Nicely done. Let me truss this one up, and I'll make my way over to you.
I'm trying to place the accent. Sounds almost Eastern European, I think.
There you are. Any new revelations?
So you met with that gleaner again, this time to capture a hornbill. I understand catching and bringing in creatures from the outside, but what's the point of chasing after ones already here?
Oh, it's a simple thing, really. Occasionally, we remove specimens no longer needed for study, or those we've had difficulty raising. But we can't simply turn them loose. Safely returning such creatures to their native habitats is another facet of a gleaner's duties. But not in this case, I'm afraid. I've been asked to bring the bird below.
Huh?
The restricted section in the lower levels of Labyrinthos. Open only to a select few researchers handpicked by the Forum.
Okay, this is getting
The
really
projects
weird
down
now.
there are the subject of rumor and hearsay. Forbidden magics. Advanced technologies that can never be allowed to fall into outside hands. Even Archons are not privy to the truth. Those who are, the researchers involved in this secretive work, are not permitted to walk freely in the city, and are instead required to live in isolated quarters.
What could a facility subject to such strict security protocols possibly need with a hornbill? An experiment?
Possibly. I wasn't afforded an explanation.
Oof.
But judging by the requisition list given to me and my colleagues, I doubt it's for any kind of advanced research. I'd be more inclined to believe we were making preparations to migrate to the south. Mericidia or thereabouts.
What? Why would you say that?
Much of the flora and fauna we were asked to procure could serve as reliable sources of sustenance. They're comparatively hardy species too, able to endure harsh climates. And among them are specimens known to be effective in improving soil quality and purifying water.
They're preparing for an exodus.
When you put it that way, migration does sound like a reasonable assumption.
That's all it is, though. An assumption. Through our tasks, we gleaners glimpse only bits and pieces of the Forum's plans. Our prime concern is that our requisitions, be they living or otherwise, are properly preserved for the knowledge of future generations. Now, I really must be going. I regret that I cannot reward you as you deserve.
Oh, you can take us below with you?
Perhaps you might reward us after a fashion then. It is imperative that we reach the lower levels. And seeing as you are already set to descend with your assigned cargo, mayhap we could accompany you as your assistants.
I'm afraid that won't be possible. Once the animals have been prepared for transport, we send them down separately via the lift.
Oh.
I will of course follow after to make my report, but I can hardly pass you off as porters when there's nothing left to carry.
Could we go in the crates?
Indeed. Pray forget I said anything.
How do you feel about climbing? If you've strength and the courage to brave it, then there is another way down.
Oh boy.
This path leads to the 33rd facet, a mine shaft excavated during one of our expansions of Labyrinthos. While I cannot guarantee that the passage is safe to traverse, it should provide access to the medial circuit below.
Time to go spelunking.
I never even knew such a place existed. Thank you. This is the perfect solution.
Time to go spelunking.
You're quite welcome, but consider yourselves warned. If the going proves too treacherous, you do well to turn back. I bid you good day.
I mean, I've traversed the rift, so I think traversing that little cave shouldn't be too much bother. Can't be any worse than the Ronkin ruins.
Turning back is hardly an option, not when we've come this far. Let's go and take a look at this mine shaft.
I've just noticed something. None of my group in here has is a tank. So if this leads into a kind of a trust system scenario, oh boy. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Oh wow, there's the music. Yeah, that discordant chirping you can hear is simulated birds. Good lord. I think we can all agree we're not keen on sticking around. Oh, got something following me. In we go. Okay, so not a trust system then. Okay, no duty either, so just dive into the abyss. Really, it's quite dark down here. I wonder. Ah, there's no option to turn on headlights. God damn. I forgot that. There's no option to turn on headlights for this thing. Which is a shame. But I wonder, maybe the tank. are these, some kind of frog mushroom things? Some kind of frog-like mushrooms. For a giggle, I'm going to see if the tank has a light on it. It's got headlamps, but nothing that's actually producing any light. Okay, that's running away from us. Good. Alright. Good lord. Joko, get your butt back over here. I can't even mount up because my chocobo's in a fight. There you are, buddy. And you're dead. Let's get you back. And try to stick next to me. Ah, light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Ugh. Ah, didn't mean to do that. This is just nuts. Oddly shaped grapes. Ah. Now I know where we are. Morale ergonomics. Let's have a chat. crop samples. They really are going for an exodus, aren't they? South of Ilsebard. People are already hard at work doing the gathering, doing some gathering here. Can only imagine what kind of stuff we've grabbed from down here. I'm trying to find where this bloody third person is. They're around here somewhere. Where are they? Maybe in one of the buildings? Oh wait, can we actually go in the building? Nope. Can't go in there. Ah! There you are. Aerial transport? There's aerial transport? Bundles of common seeds and saplings accompanied by sheaves of reports. Alright. Okay. This is definitely filling out the idea that they're planning for some kind of mass migration or an exodus. Ooh. Whoa, is that gemstones in there?
Hard to look away, isn't it? But they're more than pretty flowers. Heart blooms are attuned to ambient emotion.
Huh.
You don't seem convinced, but believe me, it's true. This ashen grey, for instance, it mirrors the anxiety and urgency of those working nearby as they rush to fulfill sudden orders. Intense feelings like those spur the petals to change colour. Bright glowing hues in the presence of joy, dark subdued shades for frustration or despair.
And as he says that, you can actually see them growing darker. Good lord.
At our disposal. We've yet to identify the underlying principle of this empathic effect. And there are other mysteries besides. Although the flower is extraordinarily long-lived, its low reproductive rate has made it difficult to find younger populations growing in the wild. With too few sightings to map its distribution, and no closely related species to track,
I think this is a
unable to
hangover from the
pinpoint
Ascian
its land
Age.
of origin. To further complicate matters, every culture, even dimly aware of its existence, has given it a different name and mythos. Our attempts to study it via the historical record have been an exercise in frustration. As an avid botanist myself, I should one day like to unravel the Heartbloom's secrets. But I'm afraid other duties must take precedence. I will leave you to your thoughts.
Thank you.
Have you learned aught of interest?
Heart blooms?
A flower that reacts to one's feelings. Strange. I must say, I have never heard of such a thing.
This is
Trial.
all very fascinating. But as it stands, we fail to gain any significant insight into the Forum's undertaking.
Indeed. While there is certainly enough activity to support Erenville's supposition that a priority has been placed on improving food production, unfortunately for our investigation, these workers were never informed as to how their duties serve the master plan.
If only we could interrogate the Forum members directly.
Hello. That sounded like a thing opening.
Isn't that the entrance to the Arcade?
Now, how did you get down here, buddy?
Look, there. I think that's Erenville.
A little difficult to tell from here, but I think you're right. He did say he was coming down
Oh.
to make his report.
Yeah, fair dues.
Erenville receives his orders from the Forum. Would it not follow, then, that the superior to whom he reports is a Forum member? Or at least a close associate?
You mean to eavesdrop on their conversation? What of the risks?
Buddy! We've got the world to
Ours alone
save.
to bear. We won't interfere with Erenville's work, nor will he be implicated as an accomplice. If you're not comfortable taking part, I can do this alone.
Oh, bully that. You're not going alone.
Nay. I said myself that I wished to know Father's intentions. And no answers will be forthcoming should we simply ask nicely.
We can apologize later, should it come to it. Right now, we need every crumb of information we can get our hands on. Consequences be damned.
It might be best if you came along as well. In fact, we should all...
Cryle? You alright?
Cryle?
Oh, yes. That certainly sounds like a plan.
I'm glad you agree.
You didn't hear one word of what we said, did you?
Quickly! Erenville is on the move. We need to get closer before we lose him.
Almost. I can almost reach you.
Trial? You okay? What's going on, buddy? Alright, let's get shifting. What are you hearing, young lady? Oh. Hippity hoppity might. Oh no! Oh no! You're still there? Good lord, she's turned us into frogs. Oh, great. Right. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Alpha Toad and Owly Toad. Oh, lordy. To stay within this pink box. Ah, where the giant toad there? Chit. Stay away from me, stay away from me. There it is. There's the destination I need to get to.
I trust you will find your compensation to be more than satisfactory. We wish to make clear that we are pleased with the efficiency and thoroughness of your work. So much so that we have come bearing new tasks in need of your competent hand.
Good lord. Handing paper over. That's a new one.
Another lengthy list. If I may speak frankly, the Gleaners have been pushed to the point of collapse by your unending demands. We are not familiars to be exploited. We are Sharlayan scholars, and we deserve an explanation for this unseemly treatment. What warrants such urgency?
In an age long past, Sharlayan was charged with a momentous duty. And now that word of the final days hangs heavy in the air, the time has come for us to fulfill that charge. I can say no more, but I promise you this. All will be revealed in due course. And when it has, you will understand that your toil was in service to the greatest good.
Then I will do your bidding. For now. Unless you wish the Gleaners to rise up in protest, I advise you to offer tangible improvements for our working conditions. Your promised revelation does nothing to address present circumstances.
A fair point. Your concerns will be conveyed to the Forum.
Hello.
I hope that was informative. You may consider you repaid in full.
Of course he knows that
I
we're
do
not
have
the
my
frog.
reservations about the Forum. I want to believe that they have our best interests at heart.
Of course he sees through the disguise.
Which is why I'm reassured that you're busy sniffing out the truth of things. We can ill afford to place all our eggs in one basket, this master plan of theirs, without first understanding the risks involved.
Wait! How did you know it was us?
Those kinds of frogs don't live here.
If you mean to impersonate a toad, try studying the real thing. And don't try to fool an expert.
Yeah. I mean, he's the expert in capturing living specimens, so I think he would be able to tell that what kind of behavior a toad normally does. Yeah. Alright, let's head back to the ladies. It is very, very lovely down here, though, I will admit. It's all of it underground. Oof. That's a fair distance down there. Where's Quail gone off to? Back to the farm. Ah, giant wasps. I don't like them. Up here, I believe. There we go. There's a Kryl. Kryl, what are you doing here? What's up?
For you. The spell will keep it from wilting. She said you would need it for the journey ahead.
Heidelin.
Will you speak with her now? I cannot hope to match Minfilia's clarity, of course, but...
That's why you've been so distracted. Oh boy.
Thank you. Do not worry. She has lent me her body for only a moment.
Good lord.
Just as I could not save the first from the flood of light, it has become arduous for me to interact with the physical world without assistance. Though I might converse with you for a time, the incorporeal form I assumed on the ship would be incapable of casting even the simplest enchantment. It is in the depths of the ethereal sea, the place to which all life returns, where my influence is greatest. After Minfilia's sacrifice on the first, it was to the sea, here in the source, where I ferried her soul. I wished that gentle spirit to find rest in the world she loved so well. Her, and another who may yet have a part to play, though that will depend on you.
Oh, great!
Take the flower, walk free, for you are free, to go where you wish, to believe what you will. That blue will be your guide, test and proof of your conviction. In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. Together, raise it aloft and let it shine, till the end, blinding and radiant.
Oh boy.
That was all too brief. Already she seems so far away. My apologies if I startled you. Ever since we began our descent into Labyrinthos, I had sensed another's will, straining to reach out.
Oh boy.
Even with my particular talents, though, I was unable to make a connection at first. So weak and tenuous it was. Once I took hold of that wispy thread, Imagine my surprise to discover it was Heidelin herself. Needless to say, it seemed wise to learn what we could before letting go. Her answers were more cryptic than I would have liked, but at least she left us with a guide of sorts, that unusual flower. Yes, we are definitely making progress.
You say so.
You can't be serious. We've done nothing wrong.
Oh. That can't be good. Oh, ass-kicking time! Oh, it's Daddy! Now we get to kick his ass.
Master Fortuno, what business has the Forum with us?
Obstruction and suppression, apparently.
Oh, really?
Mistress Baldessian, our records show you facilitated the Scions' entrance into Sharlyan by claiming them as assistants for your organization.
We are.
We are aware of your investigations. After alerting the major institutions to the presence of potential troublemakers, we received word from an Archean custodian. A group operating under the auspices of the students, skulking about Labyrinthos and engaging in clandestine behavior.
Clandestine? We may not have entered Charli as Scions, but we did naught to conceal our identities. Our only purpose in this city is to seek the truth. I can think of no reason why our actions should warrant the Forum's intervention.
Unless the Forum is hiding shit.
'Tis not our way to discourage the pursuit of knowledge, but the timing of such pursuits must be considered, not to mention their potential impact.
And enlighten us,
With the world in
Master
chaos,
Fortunaut.
we, the true caretakers of wisdom, have committed ourselves to an undertaking that demands the utmost discretion.
Then enlighten us.
And we will not risk its success by turning a blind eye to disruptive foreign elements in our midst.
What are you gonna do? Fight?
What then is to be our fate? Will you put us on a ship back to Eorzea?
The Forum will convene to examine your case. The results of said inquiry will determine your future in this city. As for your absent companion, he has already been detained.
Grah! But why? Is reading a crime now, too?
Reading is encouraged, celebrated even. Not, however, of the volumes shelved in the restricted section of the library.
What restricted section? The one the Archons, which he is one of the ranks of, can
Refusing to
access.
comply will only make matters worse. Let us instead treat this as an opportunity to open a dialogue with the Forum.
Oh, I want to open a dialogue, alright.
Silence is often one's best defense. I would advise against prolonging the proceedings with frivolous discourse.
Oh, punch him, punch him, punch him.
But enough. This is not the place for debate. The Rostra await.
I want to kick your ass, kick your ass, kick your ass. Oh, I want to kick your ass now. And I could. Oh, I so could. Oh. Here we go. The Forum and its 99 members.
Forgive me. I was careless.
We would have been detained regardless. This way, at least, we managed to stay together. I trust your time within the Forbidden Archives was well spent.
Oh, there's Forbidden Archives, okay. Oh good, something good out of that came at least.
The forum will come to order. This inquiry is now in session. As Speaker-elect, I will be presiding over the day's proceedings. Master Fortuner, would you be so kind as to restate the matter which compelled you to summon your colleagues with such urgency?
As you are all aware, we recently denied Eorzea's request for Sharlyan assistance. Since then, certain individuals dissatisfied with our decision have taken it upon themselves to interfere with our work. They entered our nation masquerading as associates of the students of Baldessian. But these malcontents are better known as the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. These militants wield influence with both the Eorzean and Eastern alliances, and are inextricably involved with the crises presently afflicting the world at large. Loose in our city, these warmongers sought to meddle with and expose matters of state secret. What are they, if not a dire threat to be expelled?
Oh, bring it on, bitch.
You have tarnished the good name of the students. Galuf would be ashamed.
Oh, screw you.
Galuf Baldessian was never one to forsake his fellow man. Even if this nation closed every door and retreated from the world, he would have found a way to help the Scions, help every soul of this star fight back against the coming doom.
A terrible enemy stands poised to lay waste to all we hold dear. In the face of such madness, Eorzea reached out to Sharlyan, a respected ally, in the hopes of forming a united front. Was your curt dismissal truly the best you could offer? Or are you so preoccupied with your momentous duty of an age-long past that even the end of the world is unworthy of your attention?
Whence came this revelation?
From the mouth of a forum member within fortuitous earshot.
Oh, where's our glasses gone?
Then it seems your findings support my own. The reason I visited the restricted shelves was to study records of the Forum's policy-making process, to better understand the historical trends underlying their most major decisions. At first glance, the positions of neutrality in war and the accumulation of knowledge above all else appear constant and consistent, the unchanging pillars of Sharlyan society. And once upon a time, I might have left it at that. These days, however, I am more attuned to the subtleties of governance, and so I noticed something odd. From a particular point in time, the purpose of these policies shifted. No longer was knowledge preserved for the benefit of society. Rather, society was to be gradually reshaped to ensure the preservation of knowledge. The most conspicuous and telling change was the one which befell Labyrinthos. once little more than an oversized storehouse, an enormous allocation of funds saw it transformed into an advanced research and archival facility. I also discovered a fascinating account on the finances of our Dravanian colony. The settlement attracted students from far and wide, and the connections and tuition fees thus acquired were funneled into further improvements for the archives. Now, there is no question that our nation's progress is tied to the acquisition of wisdom. Nevertheless, the vast resources diverted for this purpose borders on the obscene. But returning to the matter of when, our change in course appears to have been made some 270 years ago.
The very same period when Sharlyan scholars in the hinterlands began a formal study of the ethereal sea.
Yep.
You found something, did you not? And whatever it was, gave rise to your oh so important duty.
Mind your tongue, Archon. If you had seen...
Yes. We are bound by a duty we cannot ignore.
Why did he suddenly shush?
Knowing this, what would you have us do? Abandon our vital work and join you on the field of battle? We will never choose the way of the sword. We will fulfill our mission not through strife and bloodshed, but survival.
You mind explaining what the mission is then?
Come what may, we shall live on. We must.
Do as you must, then. But we Scions will fight until the heavens fall, until our last breath.
Such misguided zeal.
Father, Master Fortuno, I fail to understand the stance you have elected to take. But by the same token, I have yet to find a compelling argument to counter the challenge you put to us in Gridania. Still, in the midst of my uncertainty, I must trust in myself to do what is right, as others have chosen to trust in me. So I will continue, as I always have, weighing the consequences of my every action, and allowing my hope for the future to inform my decisions.
That's quite enough. Have you all forgotten the reason for this assembly?
Skolok Monteshane. He's the head of the studium and an old friend of my grandfather's.
Okay. That means he's in our corner.
Honestly, every discussion devolves into some interminable debate. Terrible habit. Let's return to the topic at hand, By their own admission, these Scions have resolved to fight alongside the Eorzean nations against the doom which swift approaches. But there exists no evidence of an attempt to incite our citizens to do the same. Furthermore, while our decision may well have been the correct one, we cannot simply bull our way through these disagreements without inviting doubts or objections. Put yourselves in their place. Who among you would leave a tome unopened if an elder forbid you read it with no reason given? No. If we're to quell further discontent, then we must conclude this matter with a fair and even hand.
Good, he's on our side. Kind of.
Master Montaigne raises some valid points. Keeping such concerns in mind, I propose we enforce the following measures. Until further notice, the students of Baldessian are to cease any and all activities within the domain of Sharlyan. You will also refrain from any further investigation into the Forum's decisions and duties. Failure to comply with these restrictions will result in the immediate expulsion of your Scion associates. Let us put this judgment to a vote. All in favor, raise your hand.
I'm genuinely trying to count how many hands are raised, but there doesn't seem to be that many.
I count 51 for and 48 against.
Oh.
The proposal is passed. Students, Scions, you have heard the Forum's judgment. Pray abide by it, or face the consequences.
We nearly had a majority there. This is a very slim majority.
Honored members, I thank you for your time. This inquiry is concluded.
Oh. That was interesting. Right. Well. Oh, no more talkie here. Eh? Is this? Mama Livia! It's Mama Livia! Lovely it is to finally meet you. Oh, she likes us! Word reaches father that you were here. Oh, good to know she's not taking any of her husband's shit. Oh. We were told we weren't allowed in. Oh, thee? I insist that you join us. Oh, she's at least consistent about that one, at least. Oof, conscientious about that. Ha! I don't think she's giving us a choice in the matter, dear. That was very much the tone of, you're not getting a choice in the matter, you're coming to the house now. That was, oh boy. Well, now we know where Alizé and Alpha No get it from. Not one to take no for an answer. No peeking into our private chambers, thank you very much. Oh, your room is always perfectly neat and tidy. Oh, I'm not leaving them behind for this. We have a Mama Levier to visit. And yes, I will be taking a nosy into your rooms if I get the chance to. So, the Levier estate. Certainly is big. Do come in. Alright, Mama Levier, what have you got for us? Is there voice acting? Oh, wow.
Welcome home, my lady.
Oh, hello. What just happened? Nah, encoder error. Okay, seem to have run out of recording space or something. Not sure if that's the case, but... Pooh. We're still streaming at least, so...
What? What are you gawping at?
You might be used to this. I ain't! Scion headquarters must seem squalid indeed.
I'll have you know I'm quite fond of the Rising Stones.
Lord Fortuneau is not to hear of this visit.
Good call.
And I should also like the children to have their gifts, ere my husband makes his return.
Gifts?
As you wish, my lady.
How big a file was the thing made already?
Master Alphino, Mistress Alice, if you would accompany me upstairs.
We shan't be long.
If it's matching outfits again, because I remember you telling me your mother liked to put you in matching outfits. Oh, right, that leaves me alone with Mama Levier. Good lord.
The twins have been sending letters home from time to time, recounting their latest adventures.
Oh boy.
I am sure they withhold certain details, of course, if only to keep me from worrying. Yet a mother worries all the same. In the early days especially, I tried to support them as best I could, sending the Scion's coin and other such donations.
Well, thankful.
Fortunately, they have found the strength to overcome adversity time and time again. Their words grow more confident with every letter, their depictions more vivid. The triumphs and defeats, the joys and sorrows. It is clear that they have come to find value in every experience. But of those they treasure most, it would seem that meeting you might be the most impactful.
Oh, great.
Why, since that fateful day, I do believe there has not been a single missive in which you were not mentioned by name.
Ah! Only good things, I hope?
It is plain they care for you, and I am glad they have such a steadfast companion watching over them. Under normal circumstances, I would offer you tea, but alas, these are anything but. In any event, why don't you keep me company whilst we await my children's return? Perhaps you might regale me with a tale or two of your exploits.
Oh boy. What to tell her? Oh god, we don't get that option. We just start spouting stories to her. Okay. This place is massive. Oh, new gear.
When you mentioned gifts, I wasn't sure what to expect. Mother,
Oh, look how well it fits you. And the style is to your liking?
It's perfect. Exactly what I would have chosen. But please, tell me you had something different made for Alpha.
Naturally. You are hardly little children anymore.
Oh, good.
And while I shall miss dressing you in those precious matching outfits, I must respect the individuals you have grown to become.
Oh, good.
See for yourself.
Thank you for the splendid clothes, Mother. Stylish, comfortable, and eminently practical.
I am so glad you like them. They are, however, missing one final touch.
Oh?
You'd allow me, Master Alphino.
Newliths!
Wait. Are these...
A sage's tools of the trade. They belonged to your father. Though he may as well be chained to his desk these days, as a student he was often called upon to venture into the field.
Eh? Him?
He wielded those armaments, both to heal and to harm in no few battles.
I'm sorry.
Not
What?
so fierce as those you two have braved, perhaps, but battles nonetheless.
I'm sorry. Mr.
Thus,
Not going to
have
fight at
pulled him
all.
out of storage, to show you that he was not always the man who stands in vehement opposition to you now.
Okay.
And also because it would be a terrible waste of ridiculously expensive House Leveilleur commissioned artistry.
Oh, I love you, Mama Leveilleur.
I am told these devices are quite difficult to master, but someone of your extensive experience should soon have them darting about with grace and aplomb. May the wisdom in that crystal serve you well. And please, try to find common ground with your father, that you might come and go without need for this awful subterfuge.
I don't know, I could deck him in the face.
We will, Mother. I promise.
My final gifts to you, before you run off, are an observation and a suggestion.
Oh?
Firstly, Fortuno has ever been a serious man, but it was only after you were born that he truly lost himself in his work. I may not know the Forum's inner workings, but I know your father's. The timing of that change in him holds some significance. Secondly, do not seek to best your father with words.
Is this permission to deck him?
Far better that you simply show him. Let him discover the merit of your actions, after they cannot be undone.
That sounds like permission to me.
Oh, Mother.
Ask not permission and don't beg for
I shall take your
forgiveness.
wisdom to heart. Thank you again for these gifts, and farewell for now.
Safe travels, my children. Eat well, stay warm, and keep your friends close.
Oh. I love her. Can we take her with us? I want Mama Levier to meet Philomene. And Tataru. Oh, come on. We don't need to do a bow. Seriously. Good lord. Have some manners. Alright, back to the Baldestian Annex. All right. That being said, I'm going to put a pause on the stream for now, as well, it's lunchtime, and I think that's a nice wee timing to end that with the Sharlyan content. Next stream will be the Thavnair content. Or at least getting to Thavnair, anyway. JaffaArchfiend, out.